We strongly encourage Russia to stand down.
The top U.S. general and the defense secretary warning.
This is larger in scale and scope and the massing of forces than anything we have seen in recent memory.
If Russia unleashes ballistic missiles, artillery, and with air support amassed near the border, expect significant casualties.
It would be horrific. It would be terrible.
Russia doesn't want a war, said its foreign minister, but it won't let its interests be violated. Vladimir Putin, in a call with the French president, said the U.S. and NATO are still ignoring Russia's security demands, that NATO limit its expansion eastwards. But he agreed to continue talks.
What does Putin really want?
Ivo Daalder, a former U.S. ambassador to NATO, believes Putin is masking his real red line.
While he keeps on talking about NATO, about Ukraine not being allowed to be a member of NATO, I think what's really going on is that Putin really doesn't want an independent Ukraine next door to Russia.
And now that Putin has provoked this tension, he'll want to gain something back.
He can't just step down and step away from it and say, sorry, I made a mistake. And whether that is a military incursion or something else that leads to the destabilization of the government in Kyiv, I don't see him doing anything less than that.
More U.S. ammunition and weapons are bound for Ukraine this weekend. President Biden said tonight troops to the region will follow.
I'll be moving U.S. troops to Eastern Europe and the NATO countries in the near term.
Next week, a pause perhaps for the Beijing Olympics, where Putin is set to meet with the Chinese president. The calculation that Xi Jinping wouldn't react well to Putin starting a war in Europe now. So maybe a window for dialogue. Susan Ormston, CBC News, Washington.